you about somebody who is taking a little bit of time for themselves. We've got the Hermit card. Look at how adorable he is. This is the Poe Tarot, by the way. And it says, not one of all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude. So not wanting to run into anybody, taking a little bit of a break for themselves, thinking through the situation. And then we have the Hierophant coming out as well, which says, Lord, help my poor soul. So this is someone going through a bit of a crisis. It could be something to do with their romantic relationship or their job, maybe even a sense of their morals. The Hierophant can stand for or symbolize boss, mentorship, relationship, or even your beliefs or a judge or God. So this is like someone who's maybe feeling like they've got the odds stacked against them. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member of the channel. So let's dive in. Let's see, we're gonna go with, this is the Santa Muerte. What else do we have? Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this person has to make a choice, or this person feels like they need to figure out a puzzle. With the Seven of Cups, you have options, right? It's like you're looking at this collection and you have to choose which one without really knowing what's in it, right? With the Eight of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who feels like they cannot rush this process. They need to take their time and really think it through. Hello, Mystic Road. Welcome back. Hello, Kushi. What's up? That's probably why they don't really want to get other people's opinions, or why they feel like they need to kind of stay to themselves for this situation. This could be a little uncomfortable for the Hermit because they're not used to implementing strong boundaries with this person or in general. With Strength in the reverse, this feels to me like the first time somebody is saying, like, I just need space. I need you to be over there. So these boundaries could be relatively new, or as a result of a very stressful situation that finally pushed someone too far, right? Hey, if you want to come back and be respectful, that's cool. Otherwise, adios. Hey, Kushi, I'm going to need you to stop repeating your question. I'm going to put you in a little timeout because you repeated it like 3 times. Hello, April Fools. For those of you that would like me to do a personal question for you, I do offer those quite frequently at the end of the general reading. If we reach $15 in tips, and then priority to those who tip. But I like to do freebies as well. What does not work is spamming the live chat with your question, and yeah, irritating people. Hello, Ashish, how you doing? Hello, TTV. Hello, Luis. So this is somebody who is trying to figure out I don't know, maybe it's an escape plan. We have the World and the Seven of Swords. Oh. Yeah, this is someone who is feeling like they can't change the outcome here. This is kind of reminiscent of yesterday's reading. There's a lie that has trapped this person. So there aren't a lot of good options for them. They've kind of trapped themselves, right? Knight of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse, Three of Swords. So the reason the Hermit finds themselves in a predicament one that they don't really know how to handle, is because somebody has spoken up or they said something that they shouldn't have. But with the Three of Swords, I feel like this is someone else called them out. So maybe I kept your secret for a while, or maybe I even kind of lorded it over you for a while, but this is someone whose dirty business is being aired out publicly. Hello, Melissa. How are you doing? Hello, Shrishti. I'm putting you in a timeout because you are spamming the live chat. If you want to come back around sometime and not spam the live chat, you're welcome. Same for you, Abraham. Just please don't repeat your comments, okay? Hey, Tiana. How are you doing? I do not, Aditya. Hello, David. My name is Carmen. You can call me that. Hello, Simple Gamer. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Knight of Wands, and the Star in the reverse. So a sense of betrayal that has turned this person's world upside down suddenly, right? Everything was fine until, a couple weeks ago, and now everything is crazy, and I have no idea how to bring this back into a stable situation. I have no idea how to make this problem go away. Hey, Bruce, I'm going to remove your comment and put you in a little timeout. That's not what this is for. Hello, 1FPS. How are you? Yo soy de los Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo está, David? Well, David. Will Flux, if we get to the end of the reading and I'm doing personal questions, that's when you can ask. So, just so you know. Fed says, do you have a quote about life? My favorite quote about life is from Albert Camus, which is, it was in the midst of winter that I found there was within me an eternal summer. So remember to look within. Sometimes you find what you need. Hello, Amanda. How are you doing? Hello, Ira. Welcome. So look, we've got someone who feels like they made the wrong choice. Lord, help my poor soul, because I made the wrong choice, because I don't have the best of options, because I don't have anybody that I can turn to. So they're praying, they're a bit desperate, they're not sure that there's really a chance of things improving. So they may have pushed their luck, right? Hello, Bonnie, how are you doing? Why do I have so many? Because I love art. So this is the OG, the Rider-Waite. But let's see, what would have a fun 8 of Cups? But other decks have beautiful interpretations that differ from that original. So when you have a greater selection of tarot decks, which, by the way, now it's protected by some lapis lazuli, like my ring, then different information or details come through. So it makes the message more clear. No se puede, David. Solo aquí. Sí, señor. And Ashish, I know a little bit of other languages, but those are the two that I feel comfortable in. Hey, Bonnie, please stop asking. I do offer personal readings for $40 to $100 USD if paid not on YouTube. Wow, we have another Seven of Cups. That's what we started with the Santa Muerte. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. How can I make the right decision when I don't even have time to understand what the decisions are or what the choices are? This person feels like nothing is going to accomplish what they need, or that they don't have enough time to fix the problem in front of them. Yeah, I'm just a little bit nervous about Crowley. Not a very good person. So that matters to me. No, Daddy. Hay mejores cosas hacer. Oh, I don't know if I'm the right person to like learn Spanish from. Hey, what's up, GP? How's Luxor? I hope you're having the best time. So we have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and the Moon in the reverse. They want to get away from their consequences. They want to get away from their problems. They don't want to see the results or the outcome of their dishonesty or their tricks. But we know that they had that Seven of Swords at the beginning. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is dishonesty. Interestingly enough, it's in the same column as that Queen of Swords that came from the Santa Muerte. So this is somebody who I think knew better. Somebody who was perhaps advised a different course, and they were like, but I don't wanna. They did something they shouldn't have, and now they have to, what is it saying? You made your bed, now you have to lie in it? Good morning, Lee. How are you doing? Hello, Erkan. Hello, Miss Seren. Yes, it's true. Simple gamer, I don't really do that. At the beginning I did, but now it's just my own. I am, thank you. How about you? We've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. This person's in a... Okay, so I watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou last night, and one of my favorite parts is when George Clooney says, like, over and over again, damn, we're in a tight spot. Damn, we're in a tight spot. When they're being chased by the coppers. This person is in a tight spot. And they don't really have very many options. They don't have many good choices that they could make to get out of the situation. So when it comes to this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is their stability or their finances. They are trying to figure out what to do about this stability. So do I have the money I need? Do I have the job security I need? Is my home doing well? Do I feel safe or secure? This is the problem. I've made a decision, and now I feel like I have to like constantly be looking over my shoulder or waiting for something to go wrong. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? Hey, Keith. You first. This is my favorite way to deal with people like you. Yes, it certainly can be, gamer. What else do we have? Another Eight of Wands in the reverse. Strength in the reverse. You guys, we already had that. Now, it's interesting because not only are these both the number 8, right? If you can... But this was in the reverse right in a row, as is the first set that came out. I would also point out the first card that came out was the Seven of Cups, and the first card that came out from this deck was the Seven of Cups. This person is checking those choices, those options, or what they could potentially do right now to fix their life. And they're like, this is awful. There's nothing that I can do because I did something so silly. I did something so idiotic that there's literally nothing for me to do to improve upon my current situation. They feel trapped. Why? Because of what they did. Would they like to blame someone else? Of course they would. But it's them. It's their fault. Hello, life. How's it going? Hey, Tyriel. I appreciate your enthusiasm and putting you in the smallest of timeouts because I do encourage you to be more tolerant of others and more respectful. If not, I will do a timeout for you. That being said, that's my cross right there. So, you know, observe. Hello, Alex. How are you doing? Hey, Grindhard. What's happening? We've got the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. And I could have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Why do they... It's like they want so badly to blame someone else. Like, why couldn't you just let me do that thing that I know is a bad idea? Why do you have to get me in trouble for something that I know I shouldn't have done? Can't you just leave it alone? Well, couldn't you have just, like, not done it? They don't want to deal with the fallout. Hello, Crystal. How's it going? Hello, Nicola. Hello, Barbara. There you are. Hello, Kimmy. We've got Hermit in the reverse, 5 of Cups in the reverse, and the Page of Cups. Last resort. All right, I've tried to think of anything else that I can do. I don't want to call this person. I don't want to sell this thing. I don't want to move here, or I don't want to, you know, make that life change. They feel like they have no other choice. So this could be somebody who literally feels like they have to go on the run. This could be somebody who feels like they have to go to jail. This could be somebody who has to accept that a relationship is over. They're just like throwing their hands up like, I really don't know what else I can do. This is awful. So I guess I'll just like run away from my problems. Or I guess I'll just like, I don't know, try to find a different solution elsewhere. Aw, I hope that gets resolved for you, Crystal. Hello, Michael. How's it going? Thank you, Tiana. Hey, Adi, if you're asking people to do stuff, I might encourage you to use the word like, please. Y'all crazy. And it looks like you're looking for a Taylor Swift channel. This is not a Taylor Swift channel. You can go ask about, I don't know, her engagement or like what color her hair is or whatever somewhere else. Hey, that's all right for you to think that. I respect your right to an opinion, but if you want to be in my live chat, I'm going to need you to be more positive. If you want to come back later and do so, you're welcome to. So we have Grim Reaper and the Witch. Ooh. In the realm of twilight where shadows converge, the Grim Reaper's scythe guides souls to the verge. Change, or it's over. This is somebody who feels like either I don't know if they're going to jail, or they feel like they're losing everything that they've worked for, but they feel like they have to like basically run away. Beneath the veil of night, my thoughts conjure light. Shining through the darkness, I am magic burning bright. Is this who they're up against? Because, like, that would be a little unnerving. I get that. Mirror, self-examination, understanding, and acceptance with mask, duality, protection, and caution. So I think they messed with somebody. I just dropped half the deck. Shoot. Hold on, you guys. So I feel like this Hermit individual has messed with someone they should not have. This was somebody they felt like they could take, right? I feel like if I start a battle with you, no big deal, I'll win because I'm smarter than you. The problem is, they weren't. The problem is they were a bit arrogant or overestimated how they could handle that situation. And now they're realizing they're stuck. So it could be really difficult for this person to, because of their ego, admit that they have lost or that they were wrong or that things aren't what they said they were. Or this could be somebody who started something with a person they underestimated and they really don't want to admit that they were wrong about something or that they were unfair. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, that's not true, Jay. I've said good morning to you. Don't you be pouty. Hello, BMF. Hello, Karki. How you doing? Hello, Carrie. What's up? I do be like that reboot. How's it going? Hello, Ronnie. Let go of my algo. All right, so we had somebody who took a risk, and it was a risk they really shouldn't have taken is what's coming through for me. So this could have to do with a property that they were selling or something that they were trying to get rid of. Oddly, what's in my mind is that somebody wanted to not be tied to something that could get them in trouble. So it's like, give it away, sell it, distance myself from it. Is this like a true crime thing? Hello. It could be. Hello, Azul. How are you doing? I do not have that one, gamer. Why do they struggle to admit their wrongs? Because, I mean, this particular reading seems to be because we have somebody who is a bit arrogant or proud. Very much so concerned about how other people view them. Like, I don't want people to see me as weak is a big theme here. I don't really care about that. You know, like, I'm not crazy about going to the gym. I go for walks. I like to stay in shape, but like, I'm not the strongest person out there. If somebody wants to go out there and tell everyone, Carmen's super weak, I'd be like, hey, go tell them. But hey, I got jokes, so that's cool. Like, this person is losing their mind because of how other people perceive them on a big scale, right? Maybe they're really concerned with popularity because they need it to be successful, but So we've got alien and wish, telepathic, dreams, songs, hope, praying, and yearning. So this person that they've messed with is someone that is much more powerful. I think this person really did underestimate, could be the Queen of Pentacles, could be the Queen of Swords. Good morning, Hannah. How you doing? I'm gonna write that down. On love, no problem. Thank you for the tip. Chantel, you asked what do we need to do for a card? Hannah just made a very good example of that. I give priority to those who tip. But I also do some freebies. It's just that I do the readings when I hit the $15 threshold for tips. So as of right now, this is the general or the collective reading. And when I dive into the personal questions, I would start with Hannah. Hello, Jaxa. How are you doing? Yes, Chantel, I do. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. Yeah. I do longer form readings that are videos and ad-free on YouTube. And that's between $40 and $100 USD, not paid through YouTube though. Hello, Joe. How are you doing? This is the Love Oracle. We have one day, someday, somewhere, another time, daydreaming, fantasy, imagining, fantasize, and karma. I think this person's dreaming about running away. I think this person is thinking all they have to do is like outrun the consequences of their actions. And I think they're wanting to scoop up a love interest of theirs or someone that is important to them and avoid these consequences. So if I move here or if I go there or if I change my name, then they won't be able to find me and I can get away without having to deal with that problem. That's what they think. Doesn't feel like they're right. Hello, Dana. How are you doing? I did just see a video, Illuminati, about a dog named Baxter. And that was also the dog's name in We're Streaking Through the Quad. Was it that one? What was that called? You know. It's going to be a nice little Saturday. Me and the wife are going to hit up Bed Bath & Beyond if there's time. What movie was that? Anyways. Hello, Andrej. How's it going? Was it old school? That has to be right. And you're right, Kimmy. You can't hide from karma. This person has caused some pain. They've been running, trying to not let anybody catch up with them. So this could be someone who is dishonest about who they are, where they live, what they've got for experience, or where they were, you know, originally living. This is somebody who does not let other people know who they really are. Was it Let's Go Streaking? It's through the quad, right? Thanks. How's it going, Shane? Hello, Jose. That is inappropriate, bruh. You wouldn't know what to do with it, sweetheart. Right? See, Jose didn't consider the risks. Because I'm a free-spirited woman, and I will... Should I use this as a chopping block thing? Maybe I need to get like a mallet or like a pair of scissors. I think I have a box cutter. All right, anyways, we've got possibilities. This is like that 7 of Cups, right? They're thinking, okay, so things are about to get pretty bad. I'm gonna get in trouble unless I run away. Maybe I could change my name. Maybe I could move to another country. Maybe I could dye my hair because no one would ever notice that. Don't you guys hate that? How in the movies when people are running away, they're like, oh, well, I'm a blonde, so if I dye my hair brown, no one will ever know it's me. Okay. Just like Rachel Lee Cook was suddenly hot when they removed her glasses. She was always hot. She's from Minnesota, so that's part of it. Oh, are you upset, Fritz? You're welcome to come back after you have a little nap or something. Hello, Ryan. How's it going? We've got sorrow, loss, grief, depression. tease me with a good time. Okay, so they refuse to face the loss or the grief because the Five of Cups is in the reverse. They're like, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to run away from this. I don't want to deal with it. The problem is this person is counting on an option that is not, like it's going to fall through. What's a good way to put this? So let's say this is somebody who's trying to not get like pulled in to jail or prison or something. And they feel like, which is appropriate because I watched Oh Brother Where Art Thou last night. Which, you know, maybe I can go to the next town and crash on my cousin's couch and I'll change my name or something. No big deal. They're counting on something that is not really reliable, or counting on someone that isn't reliable, right? Hey, Kooky Dragon, I don't like your comment, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to explain. And if you can do so respectfully, you are more than welcome to hang out in the live chat. Otherwise, I'm going to block you. Hello, Sachin. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Hello, Nicole. Hello, Sapna. That's interesting. Are you talking about the person in the reading, Tucci? Hello, Bethany. How's it going? So this is somebody who is feeling like they've got a great plan to escape, but they go to the meetup point and nobody's there. They're all on their own. They don't have this like get out of jail free card like they thought they did. So it's back to the drawing board. Now what am I gonna do? Sorry. Let's see. We need some kipper. That sounds appropriate. I'm doing well, thank you, Matt. Hey, Archangel, you want to grow up a little bit? That'd be great. Hello, Jojo. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Hello, Iridescent. What's happening? What's up, Preppy? Oh no. I told you this person's a liar. Seven of Swords. Now we got the false person. I can't tell who you are because you have that holy fan in front of your face. But let's just remember that we also had the mask come out. So whatever they lied about, this hermit is struggling to think of a way out of their troubles because they've been figured out. There's someone who was wiser or quite intuitive, very observant, that said, that doesn't sound right. I think you're lying. Guess Calcifer. Hello, Joe. How's it going? Hello, Woozy. We've got mature man coming out with the mature woman. This is interesting. Coffin in the reverse. Child. Wow. Okay. Something is not over that this person thinks is over. They feel like they can walk away or find a break or an escape from this karma that is showing up in their life, but I don't think they can. This feels to me like there's multiple people popping up with like, I need some answers, or I need you to tell me what the heck actually happened here, right? Hello, Rob. How are you doing? Nope, not an air sign. Let's see. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Hello, Frankie. How's it going? Oh, Abdul, it's only 10 a.m. Well, just before, so I can't really say how the day is. Hello, only one. How are you? Oh, you're welcome, Stacy. You might find some cool people in the live chat. Apprentice, number 4, higher education, knowledge, beliefs, and wisdom. You know, when the person who thinks they're the smartest in the room encounters a person who is way smarter than them, there's a certain gratification out of that, right? Like, see, I told you you ain't the smartest. There is somebody here who is very arrogant, very confident that they could always outsmart other people. And they're running right into somebody who, like, literally is the smartest person in the room, at least in this room. I don't think that's how they operate in general, right? So this mask is no longer effective because they ran into somebody who can see right through it. We have the owl, which is number 36, wisdom, advancement, independent thinking, and enlightenment. So I'm not like everybody else. I can see through your tricks. I can see that you're lying. So why don't you riddle me this? If you were here and didn't do this, then why was your cell phone pinged at that location? This is somebody who's put on the spot by a very intelligent person, and they feel like they have no way to justify the situation or what happened. Thank you, Calcifer. So we've got number 25, Burrow, exhaustion, lack of energy, questioning motivations, and realignment. Now that we see what's going on, and now that this Queen of Swords has exposed this Hermit for who they really are, the Hermit is burrowing away on their own, trying to hide from everybody else because they can't really define or justify their actions. They've been called out. They've met their match, right? All right. What else do we have? Hello, Helly. How you doing? Yes. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Luana. How you doing? Hey, honey. Because it's obnoxious to spam the live chat. But it's like a 10-minute block. I think they'll be okay. Hey, I'm JQ. Welcome back. How you doing? And literally when you enter the chat, it asks people not to repeat questions. So if you can't follow those, then, you know. Hello, Trey. How's it going? Hello, is it Billu? Hello, Gambit. Uh-oh, Izzy. Well, that's pretty, honey, I wouldn't do that. That's how you'll get blocked, sweetie. If we reach $15 in tips, then I will take personal questions for people at the end. So we have the Two of Wands. I actually probably can't show you this card because YouTube has been coming after me for the boobies that are drawn on cards. So I get to enjoy them, but you do not. Or let's see, maybe we could do this. We'll put a rock in front of it, then you can't see the boobies. So the Two of Wands is about planning, right? I thought I was going to be able to do this. Maybe now I have to do that. Maybe that's not an option anymore. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Coming back around. See, these are the consequences and the outcomes this person thought that they could avoid by pretending to be someone they're not, or by continuing to, like, run away every time something goes wrong, right? Hello, Steven. How's it going? What's up, Wigma? Oh, that sounds pretty rough, Trey. Are you okay? Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. Three of Swords in the reverse and Ace of Swords. We have somebody who has healed from an offense in the past, somebody who has gone through a disappointment and now they're speaking their truth regarding this person. This hermit cannot escape their consequences because the people that they have caused pain to are the very ones who are speaking up. So yeah, maybe you changed your name, maybe you moved to a different city, but I know what was really going on. Wow, thank you, everybody. I love you. Good morning, Lee. What's happening? Thank you, and thank you, Michael. Let me know if you have any questions. You are the best. You know you love whack-a-mole. It's so much fun. Hello, G-Mac. What's going on? I love that one. So we have the Six of Wands, which is about success, and the King of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who has lied about success that they achieved on their own, or lied about how they were able to achieve that success. Now, I love that even the King of Swords in the reverse has the booby issue. But we have an analysis or like deep dive into somebody's past that reveals they stole something, they were dishonest about, you know, how they got to be famous or successful, or how they came up with the idea for the book that they wrote, or whatever it is. This is somebody who I feel like they've upset many people along the way, stolen things, maybe money, maybe ideas, pretending to be something that they're not. They can't do that anymore. Now there's people who are seeing what they really did do and rejecting them. Oh, that sounds like a good time there, Illuminati. Sounds good, Michael. What else do we have? Page of Wands. The Magician in the reverse. So I heard you're having a rough day. I heard you're in a bit of a pickle. So why don't I recommend to you a remedy? Is it legal? Oh, I don't know if it's legal, but like you don't have any choices, do you? This is like a deal with Rumpelstiltskin, right? Hey, I heard you're desperate, so I thought I'd offer you something that normally you wouldn't take me up on, but since you have no other options, I know you're gonna choose me. It's like trying to find a hotel for homecoming weekend, and the only thing left, I don't know, insert random name, whatever the worst hotel chain you think is that's out there. The only one who's got a room left, and they're like, yeah, we're charging $300 so you can have a 5x5 room and a toilet. No, there's no sink. It'll be $400. You know, this is somebody who's taking advantage or fleecing this hermit because they know that this hermit is in a real tough situation. Not a lot of choices for them. High Priestess. Strength, Seven of Swords in the reverse. If you pay me enough money, then I know how to fix this. What was that lady's name? I think her name was Olivia in the show Scandal. Like, okay, so what mess do I have to clean up today? I'm on it. Just give me a little bit of time. We'll work with the 24-hour news cycle, right? But we have somebody... Sorry, I just gotta cover the nips. We have somebody trying to control the situation after control was definitely lost. The issue is the only way that they can control this is by being very honest. So it's like, yeah, I can fix this for you. It's gonna be expensive and you're not gonna like it. but it's the only way forward. You have to actually be honest about what happened, or you have to give people the opportunity to ask you questions. Why not do like a Reddit AMA? Why not go on a talk show? And this person's like, no, I want to hide from people. Well, whoever's trying to fix their life is like, you're gonna need to be front and center. People are gonna need to feel like they had the opportunity to ask you all the questions that they wanted before they move on to the next thing. And this hermit is like, that sounds awful. Can you send like a body double? Somebody who looks like me? No? Please? Yes, I would agree, Bethany. So this is somebody who wants to be shielded from the consequences of their actions. They're getting a lot of attacks or requests, right? Like, hey, can you explain this? Like, why did this happen? Hey, I thought your product was reliable, but then it happened that, now I can't use it. This is somebody who feels like they have a bunch of people around them that they need to shield themselves from because they keep getting some sort of problem, question, concern, right? Everybody leave me alone. That's what they would like. But I don't think they're getting that. Nope, nope, nope. All right, this is Jess's deck, A Gamer's Ways. I think it's plural, right? Is it plural? I'm pretty sure it's plural. Good morning, Louise. Hello, Alberto Saras. I'm not. Are you? Seems like something she would ask me. Hello, how's it going? Mr. Lee, I hope you're having a good day. But yeah, one of you people who keep asking me if I am Emma Stone, maybe just like send that to the real Emma Stone. I feel like it would help you clarify. Or maybe she and I could become like best friends. Twinsies. I don't think I actually look like her. Aren't we all a little Emma Stone? I love that. Okay, sorry. Focus. Check you out. Stability and belonging. Safety and comfort. You have won, looted, and earned more than you'll ever possibly need. You've built a solid foundation here. Good game, bro. Why do I feel like that's not gonna last? Hey, Jeffrey. I'm just gonna like put you in a baby timeout. It's only 10 seconds and welcome you back if you want to be respectful to people. I don't even mind Bible quotes, but if you're gonna try to judge people here, which is expressly told to you in the Bible that you shouldn't be doing, then I will block you, just so you know. Let's see. NPC. The NPC, often ridiculed for its simple life, is always exactly where it's meant to be. Never assume you know what manner of being ambushed by the archers they've lived through. Their stable demeanor betrays nothing. So this hermit felt like they had been able to pull off a great feat, a great accomplishment, but they were not smart enough to play it cool around an NPC that kind of blended into the background that they were not really concerned about. Turns out they needed to be concerned because that was somebody who was smart enough to figure out what they're doing. Smart enough to maybe even accuse them of something, get them in trouble. I mean, they got themselves in trouble, right? Yes, I do, Calcifer. Radish, do I look like your mom? I'm not your mom. I'm not anybody's mom. You can call me Carmen. Big Fish, she looks like that girl from that movie. All right, you want to hear what I heard the most? What I heard the most was Starship Troopers Denise Richards' character, whose name is Carmen. But you got to go back, way back back into time to look for that one. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing? So we've got negative leg and open world. It shouldn't be possible, but your internet speeds seem to allow you to download information on situations before they happen. Sounds familiar. I hope you are using this sci-fi wizard tech for forces of good. Oh, they weren't. Oh, they weren't. They definitely were not. Open world. Now is the time for a new adventure. You're wandering into unknown territory, but your story seems to be pulling you in a certain direction. Character development is calling, and you must go. So this is somebody who made bank. Very successful, maybe even stole some money or stole an invention, whatever it is, they did well. And then they were probably bragging about it or talking about their next plans in front of this Queen of Swords that they did not take seriously and did not feel like they needed to be threatened by. However, they did need to do that. And even though they feel like they can anticipate things, they can't. They feel like they're about to escape and, you know, go somewhere else and things will be fine because they've done it a million times before, or like 3 times before, you know, you choose. But I think they have been spotted. I think they are being tracked. And I think their plan is going to fail. Oh yeah, no, that's why I didn't perma-block you right in the beginning. If you want to share your thoughts, that's fine. But if you are trying to judge people and tell them, you know, that their life is going to like send them to hell, then I'm not here for it. And amen is A-M-E-N. Just saying. Just saying. Hello, Alex. How's it going? Hello, Outlaw. Mr. Lee, if you're asking about the reading, it's a general reading. So you put the energy where it resonates. But if you're talking about the Jeffrey, was it? Yeah. What else? We have, oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't know we were already this long of a reading. I'm going to dive into those personal questions soon. We have liftoff, fast action, progression, the wait is over, key player, and karmics. So the thing is, they're about to flee, they're about to leave and try to start this new life. They don't realize that they are being tracked or that there is somebody who has figured out their game. So they won't, I don't think they're going to be able to get away with this. They're going to realize that their little plan didn't actually work. Wherever they try to escape to, I feel like somebody's waiting for them or somebody's going on that same journey. All right, so as far as I know, I need to see if Lee has a particular question for her tip. So Lee, if you have a question, let me know. And then I'm gonna write down Dana's. Thank you, Dana. Oh, that sounds so lovely. Will it still go ahead this year? All right, and I'm gonna start with Hannah, which is a short love reading. Yeah, thank you for liking and subscribing. That means a lot to me. Oh no, Lee, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. All right, what do we have for love for Hannah, please? Ooh, the Ace of Wands, a new beginning. King of Swords. King of Pentacles. Is this 2 people? All right, you've got a few interested parties here. Oh, thank you, Gab. Let me write that down. And that was Alf. Okay. So, Hannah, I do feel like there is maybe a little bit of difficulty here in terms of having more than one person express interest around the same time. This King of Swords is trouble. This King of Swords you would know best by their... I feel like they have a habit of making decisions before they have the information, and then you cannot like convince them otherwise. The King of Pentacles energy here is coming through as the Hermit and the Emperor. So, King of Pentacles, better choice than the King of Swords. Now, is this like your forever and ever? Possibly. But this person's actually got some wisdom. They listen to their intuition. This is somebody who stands up for things that they need. But the King of Swords is somebody who breaks other people's hearts or also breaks their own heart because they make decisions too quickly without questions, helping them to discover the information they don't have yet. Hey, Mr. Lee, I'm sending you a whole bunch of good luck with regards to the sports stuff, but that is not what my gift is for, sweetie. Oh, happy belated birthday. Oh, that is so not fair. I hope you bring that up to the judge because that is ridiculous. What a vindictive man. Okay. Sending him healing. All right. So, and also happy energy to Hannah. Good luck. And let's see. So with regards to Chris not letting Sage talk to Lee, what's going on here? I mean, I guess this is kind of classic narcissist behavior. I can't diagnose or, say I know what I'm talking about without any of that, like education and meeting people thing. But the energy coming through is, oh, it would be a shame if someone ruined that thing that you're having a good time with. Or, oh, it would be awful if your birthday was just, lame. Very vindictive, petty, and immature. Like, I think one of my favorite insults now is like, oh, do you still have like underwear with dinosaurs on it? Because this is like so much immature. Knight of Swords in the reverse. However, here's your energy. We're coming through as the star. So I feel like this could be one of those things that in court does not play out very well for him. Is this going to cause him trouble? Yeah, it is. He's going to wish he hadn't done that. So document, document, document. Whatever you can to make it very clear that this is what happened on your birthday. I feel like he's going to regret that. Got to remind myself to think positive thoughts whenever I pick up on his energy. Dang. Okay. Sending you protective energy, Lee, and I hope today makes up for yesterday. Sending positive energy to Michael. I know you have a big day tomorrow. Things are changing. All right, so then we've got a question for Dana. Let me switch to a different tarot deck real quick, though. We'll go with the Golden Girls. Dana would like to know if the holiday to the Czech Republic will go ahead this year. Will the holiday to the Czech Republic go ahead this year? I do foresee some issues, actually. We've got Magician in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. There's something here that is in the way. Could be financial issues. Could even be something you have no control over. Travel regulations, restrictions, or logistic issues. I feel like with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, there's a second attempt to plan. Yeah, there's an unexpected emergency that happens. Will Dana be able to go on the Czech Republic vacation next year? Yes, I feel like it's next year. Bummer to hear that, but you seem to already have some intuition that there's going to be some issues. Whatever causes the issue for you at the end of this year, it'll be resolved, so you'll be able to make it work out next year. And then Gab is wanting to know, does Elf have romantic feelings for me? Sending you some positive energy, Mr. Lee. All right, does Elf have romantic feelings for Gab, please? Right now, what I'm picking up from Elf is a lot of sadness. Is there an aversion to romance or love right now? No. I don't know that I'm picking up on romantic feelings from Elf towards you. I feel like this is more so, I'm frustrated or I'm angry or I'm trying to process some loss and dealing with that. I don't know that Elf is really super invested in connections with people right now because it seems like there's a wound that Elf is needing to lick, right? Needing to tend to. Elf feels like something has gone wrong. This could be more between the two of you. So this is forward looking or being on their own. Is there someone else out there for Gab? Sure is. I don't think you've met them yet. You might meet them at nighttime. I love that the train went off right then. They could be Aries or Leo. But this is somebody who is much more comfortable pursuing whoever they want, or that doesn't sound the way I want it to. It's not that they're out here pursuing everyone. It's, if I'm interested in you, I'm not going to make you chase me. I know how to pursue you, right? Wait, what? Who are you talking to, Shamira? Okay. You're so welcome, Gab. I hope you have a great rest of your day. You're someone you're going to meet. Hello, Dr. J. How's it going? Hello. Is it Conitance? What's up? It's true. Terry is asking if Terry and SP get back together. I do not see that. You have free will and this person has free will, but as of right now, I see there being a focus on finances, a need for solitude or solitary thinking. But with this Queen of Wands, there's a reminder here. If you do what you need to in order to get, all the ducks in a row for your own life as an independent person, then you can manifest that reunion or reconciliation. But as of right now, it's like you don't have the building blocks to get there. You can get there. Requires some work. Hello, Jessica. How are you? I'm sending you some positive healing energy, okay? That's weird. Isn't that what I just did? Are y'all both dating somebody with the initials SP? That's so weird. Okay. So Jennifer's asking, will me and SP speak again soon? Yes. feel like it might be on a Friday. Page of Wands in the reverse, Justice. There's some bad news that had prevented communication or had caused some difficulties, but it feels to me like once that gets, yeah, that makes sense. Once that gets addressed, then you're able to move forward. But yeah, a little bit of a delay in terms of that contact. SP is a two-timer. You're so funny, Grant. SP has bad energy. Stop it, you guys. I'm gonna die. All right. Oh, good luck at courts. I believe in you. You're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, Mighty Moo, I want to, but I also don't want to like ruin that surprise. I will tell you this, Mighty Moo. Don't focus too much on when and if and all of that. Just enjoy the beautiful energy you got around you, right? It's gonna happen. You'll draw that in faster than if you try to figure it out, right? Shield Space is asking, will I be lucky in my job? You sure will. This is talking about promotion. And what do we need to know to make sure that this promotion happens? So I feel like there's something here you could educate yourself on, maybe even getting a certification or shadowing someone or just doing some research online. But there's something here that the team doesn't know, and if you could make yourself a bit of an expert on it, that serves you very well. All right, and thank you, Hannah. We got, will my business venture work out now? There's a choice that needs to be made first. Ooh. This is about partnerships. So if it's about who you work with or who helps facilitate your business venture or how you would approach contracts, things like that, right? There's something here that still needs to be a little tweaked or a little bit adjusted, and then that puts you in a very good place or builds a very strong foundation, but it's not quite there yet. And I do feel like the number 8 is important for you. Conitance is asking, should I take my trip like I've got planned? Let's see. Not quite like you have planned. What is the change? You have a change in perspective coming up in terms of what you're really interested in or compelled to see. There is a source of curiosity here you're about to discover. So maybe you just need a little bit more research or kind of digging around on the internet, or maybe even somebody gives you a recommendation. For example, if you were going to Norway, I would tell you to do Norway in a nutshell, because that was like the most memorable thing I did when I was in Norway. But I do feel like you're going to have some little adjustment here, and then it'll be like the perfect trip for you. So I've got to leave it there. I am hungry. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading.